Brandon, you've joined an incredible series. How did Sal find his way to you?
I actually got a phone call from Peter Jankowski, who works over at Wolf, and they told me that there might be an opportunity, a role opening up on Fire, and they wanted to bring me in so I can meet Andrea, and she can kind of just talk to me about. Actually, the meeting was just like a get to know each other. We didn't really talk much about the role. I guess it was more so like a vibe check, just to see if we mesh. But what was supposed to be, I assume, like a maybe hour meeting. We were there for about 2.5 hours because we really just hit it off. I mean, just talking about our past and getting to know each other. And I think like at the tail end of the meeting, we talked for a little bit about the character, but I mean, at that point, no matter what the character was, no matter who it was, I think I was just in because I love the people who are involved in it. The Wolf family, they're just such professionals and they've always made me feel welcome. So to get to work with them, in any capacity was a blessing. So I was really excited for the opportunity.
What was the breakdown you were given for Sal?
He he's mysterious. He holds a lot close to the chest. Um, and he's by some people can be misunderstood. And so far from the show, that's what we've seen. I mean, there are some people who are very heart in their sleeve, and you know exactly who they are from the moment you meet them. And then there are people who are like Sal, who some might even say Sal. Sal might even be a Scorpio. Who knows? Who just observes a lot of the time and really doesn't have much to say. He speaks by his actions. Um, but as you start to know Sal and start to get to know him, and as the season progresses, the audience and the rest of the people in the firehouse will get to understand him a bit more, and that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Well, I spoke to Christian some weeks ago, and he said you were a very talented actor and a great addition to the Firehouse. What
That's
does it mean to you to
nice.
be so embraced by your co-stars?
I'll tell you what, for me, it's helped me, especially in the very beginning, calm my nerves because I was so nervous to jump onto a show that has, boy, such a huge cast, such a great fan base. But, at the same time, like, boy, 14 years of a show, it's like you just want to kind of blend in and not really, cause any, disruptions because, they have a flow of how they do things. But the cast has been wonderful. I've said this before, but they've really, really embraced not only me, but my wife. We both moved here to a new city, never having been here before, and they've done just such a good job of making us feel welcome. Making us feel like we can lean on them for anything that we might need at any point in time. So I think that in itself has helped translate into me being comfortable enough to kind of just dig my feet into the show and into the work itself, and hopefully that's transpired onto the screen, my comfortability with everyone.
Well, speaking of training, did they put you through your paces to prep physically for the role as well?
Yes, I actually had an opportunity to go visit a firehouse and spend a day with them. Tony Ferraris, who's one of the actors on our show, who is now a retired fireman. He got a chance to take me and Miranda one day to a firehouse, and we get to spend the day with them, have lunch with them, pick their brains, share stories. We got to do some breaking and entering, like we went to an abandoned dormitory here and somewhere in Chicago, and we got to just practice breaching a door. That was nice. We got to rappel off a building, so I kind of got to do a little intensive course, which was nice because I didn't have much time to prep. So from the moment I got here, I kind of been hitting the ground running.
We talk about the incredible cast, and I'm curious, were you eager or looking forward to starring some scenes with anyone in particular?
To be honest, this show is an ensemble, so for me, just as a collective, I was really excited to work with all of them. And right now, I think the most that I've worked with is Miranda, who plays Kid, Jocelyn, who plays Novak. Um, I got to work with Taylor briefly in a scene where I kind of Vasquez interjects while her and Taylor are speaking. But as the show progresses, you start to see now through circumstances that I won't reveal Vasquez interact with other characters directly. And it's nice because you start to see that dynamic and how they react to him and how they embrace him and whatnot, or if they do or if they don't. So yes, I'm excited to work with each and every one. There's no one in particular, just them as a collective.
Certainly, the season premiere was incredible. Are you looking forward to fans checking out any episodes in particular, maybe ones where we'll get to know Sal a bit better?
Yeah, yeah. So episode 3 is a great one. The one that's airing this upcoming Wednesday. But I from if I can remember, episode four, um, five, and six, just for Sal's character, you start to learn a bit more about his backstory, about his background. So that's one that I'm really excited about because it'll reveal to fans who might not have embraced Sal, just yet, which I completely understand, because Sal's kind of a mystery. Some might say he's a bit arrogant, but you start to understand why. There's a reason for his actions and for his demeanor, and we start to learn why. We start to meet people from his background. I mean, we saw a glimmer of that with Girardi, who he knew from the academy and who he did not get along with. But as I think it's episode four and beyond, we start to meet people from his own background, like his family. So that'll be fun.
All right. I'm eager to get to know him a little bit more and maybe warm up to him myself as
I,
well.
I don't blame you. Yeah, he's a tough guy. He's a tough one to figure out.
Well, the Shyhards are very vocal. What have they said so far to you or reached out to you and made some comments about getting to know him or having him join the firehouse?
Well, a lot of the comments, so I try not to read what happens on social media, but what was nice is that there are some fans who actually kind of camp out outside of the real firehouse that we film at. So a couple weeks ago, we got to go across the street and we got to talk to them and interact with them. And this was before the show even aired. And they were so excited for my character and were so welcoming. And, they were just truly champions of me and they hadn't even seen my character yet. So I hope that progresses. I mean, I hope that one, that the storyline of Vasquez and stuff that the Chai Hards they enjoy. I mean, the writers did a really good job of kind of conducting this whole storyline. So I hope it's one that they can one relate to, but also um, just embrace with open arms.
What does it mean to you personally to join a series like Chicago Fire? It's 14 seasons and it's such a juggernaut.
It is, and it's an anomaly because there aren't many shows out there like this anymore, that are going 14, heck, even 10 plus years. I mean, that's kind of unheard of, So to join this show, it's a true honor. I mean, the Wolf name itself, stands alone. It speaks for itself. But having my prior experience with them, I mean, there's a reason why their shows are still in the air. Um, they're stand-up people, and the way that they conduct themselves, it's top tier. They're classy individuals. They're a classy company, and I'm really grateful and honored to work with them again.
You're so good as this series. I'm so grateful I got a chance to chat with you about it. I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you. Thank you for wanting to speak with me about it.
Christian did not underestimate your acting abilities with this show. It's just a pleasure to watch you in the series.
Thank you so much, Jamie. That means a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. Thank you again.
Thank
Thanks.
you.